that we've ever had. I know we've had them up in Hyannis and Barnstable and farther up the Cape, but not out this far. And so thank you for coming. In 4 years, maybe even sooner than that, we'll have another one. And once you start it, don't ever give it up. And what a location with Skakit Corners where we can get people coming off the Mass Pike and come down 6 or 6A and come visit. So thank you very, very, very much. I'd like to give the candidates just a few seconds to say hi. They came here, and some of them are all of them are very, very busy. And I'd like to start, if I did get out of order, I know I've got Brother Rick and my good friend Jeff, and also Don right in front of me. Would you please stand up, Don? I know him. That's why I did that.
Hey, I'm used to that too.
Don is our candidate against running for the position that the Sarah Peak currently has, and we're blessed to have Don, who is a good stalwart in the Lower Cape Republican Club and a lot of other things that he works for all of us. So Don, over to you, my friend.
Thanks, Jay. I will say one thing. I'm hoping that by the time January comes that my opponent's going to need a stool to step over the crowd to see me getting sworn in. Just one thing that you need to hear that occurred this past week should tell you why she is so out of touch with what everybody is thinking in this community. Sarah, when faced with the extreme budget shortfall that the state has, mentioned not once, but twice in a 24-hour period, well, maybe we should have a job freeze. Her own governor, 4 hours later, laid off over 1,000 people and made other budget cuts. She is way out of touch. She has no idea of what's going on. She got her social agenda in place 2 years ago, and now she needs to go home. So I appreciate your vote coming November 4th, and together we're going to really take control over pretty much everything.
Thanks, Don. We have a good friend of ours that has really gotten the great support, by the way, and I'll let him attest to that, from the Lower Cape, and that's our good friend Rick Barros. Rick, come up here.
Thank you, General. Thank you. I want to thank you all for coming out. I want to thank you ever so much for all the effort that everybody's putting in for McCain Palin. I really believe that there's, to use Richard Nixon's words, there's a silent majority in this country that knows what time it is. And we're going to shock them in a couple of weeks. We are truly going to shock them. I was at the my wife and I campaigned for quite a few hours at the Wealthy Oyster Festival today, and I could see the work of this great Republican group on the way up there. There's so many McCain-Palin signs and hostile territory. I said, this is real. And you know, I'm in the Electoral College. I was elected 3 weeks ago as an elector for John McCain. So if by chance we win this state, you're looking at one of the 12 votes from Massachusetts. And I really want to get dressed up in that top hat and front coat, so we got to pull it off. Anyway, quickly getting back to my race, I want you to know that we've been having quite a few debates. The question has come up as to what the county commissioners should do in this current economic climate. Should we raid the rainy day fund? Should we raise the tax assessment on the towns? Should we raise the deed stamps in the register of probate? And I want you to know that I am the only candidate who said that before we do this, we need to sacrifice, just like all the families on Cape Cod, and look to the spending within the county before we ask the towns and you good people who don't have more to give to sacrifice more. We need to sacrifice too. Please vote for me. I need your help. Thank you.
Rick will be a fantastic commissioner.
Brad Crowell.
Oh, yeah, Brad, yeah. It would be, what do you want? Come on the back here, okay. Better. You're tall enough to get away with it. Now, do I have to attend bar after? I just wanted to say that these things off here so no candidates photograph with these. Thank you. And you all can tell what they were used for. It was all water. All ice water. Great, Brad. Okay, thank you, Jim. Before I talk about myself, I'm going to spend a minute talking about my friend and classmate, Anastasia Welsh-Perino.
Yes.
I had heard the conventional wisdom was that the Cape Cod Times only endorses one Republican every year. Jeff Perry got the first Republican endorsement. Anastasia, as you all know, got the second. Now I'm hoping that we can make it at least 3, and maybe more.
You never know.
You've heard from Rick. Here's why I think we've got an excellent shot to get at least, well, we've got an excellent shot to get both county commissioner seats. Sure. What I bring to the race, which is also somewhat unique, you've heard Rick's unique take on this. I bring the things that Cape Codders care about. I've got a demonstrated record of environmental accomplishment, not just talk. I'm a problem solver by vocation and by my community service. And finally, I'm reputed to be cheap. So the combination of those 3 things is just right for what we need right now. You got 2 votes. Please use both of them for Rick and myself. And we're looking forward to good things on November 4th.